When we do Mula Bandha, when you do conscious sucking of the perineum, all the three muscle groups will get mixed up. You will pull all the three muscle groups, the genital muscles, anal muscles, and the perineum muscle. All the three will get pulled together. You don't have individual control over the perineum muscle alone. But if you do this Hatha Yoga practice, the natural one, only the central point of that perineum will be sucked up. I showed you yesterday in the diagram. That isolation will start happening more and more. It will happen more and more and more, and it will give you conscious control over only that central point. For men, that central point will be in between the genital and the anal outlet. It will be the perineum floor. For women, it will be somewhere in the vagina. That isolation of that particular point will happen as you go on doing Hatha Yoga practice. Without doing asanas and pranayama and the bandhas, natural bandhas, if you try to do Mula Bandha directly, all three muscles, everything will get sucked up. You will not be able to isolate only the Muladhara point, central point. You are following? So the more you isolate it using your Ujjayi breath and bandhas and kumbhakas, you will gain control over that central point. And after a point, I have seen this, that's why I am telling. After a point, what will happen is that central point, the Muladhara point, will remain sucked up all the time, throughout the day. It will be as if there is some vacuum, it will get sucked up and it will remain there. Natural Mula Bandha will remain as it is, even as you are working throughout your day, implying some kind of upward movement of the energies. So this is one common term you will find in Mahabharata, Ramayana texts. They will say he did lot of tapasya and then he became urdhvaretaska. Urdhvaretaska means, retas means the sexual fluid, the final essence. Urdhva means upward. So presently, the essential power which gets stored in the form of Shukra or retas, that gets secreted downward and it is somewhat wasted. With Hatha Yoga, that wastage will stop and that energy will start moving upward. That is what is meant by the word urdhvaretaska. I am not meaning I am urdhvaretaska. I have only seen that the Muladhara point remains sucked up by itself. If not always, I used to see it more when I was at Isha doing that Shakti Chalana practices. During the day also it will be like, without me holding it will be just like sucked by itself from within. And when that happens more and more, this will also start responding naturally. That vacuum will create vacuum here also.